Hello and thanks for clicking on. If anyone knows anything, read anything about the papers, particularly a performance of Hamlet that's going on, the actor Benedict Cumberbatch has come out and said, could people stop filming the production? Because it's irritating for the people on stage, himself, and I imagine there's a few legal issues as well about filming the performance. But I completely agree about the situation. Not necessarily the things that it'll distract the actors and things like that, even though I can understand how it can be with flashing photography, etc. But as a fellow audience member, I haven't seen this production, but I have been to many gigs in the past as an audience member, of course, and it's been irritating. A few years ago, I went to see this chap here, Rodriguez. If you've by all means, watch Searching for Sugar Man, highly recommend it, and these albums are, well, fantastic, well worth a listen to and well worth a watch. But when he was in Birmingham and we went to the gig, me, my wife and the in-laws, who we went to see the performance, great show, but in front of us was a family of three, in a nutshell, doing this. Now, this is sort of the closest that I can get to describing what this family of three were doing in front of me. Every single one on a tablet or phone recording the show. Now, I'm trying to think, what was wrong with actually trying to remember the performance that was given? Why can't we do things the old-fashioned way and remember things? To be filmed or not to be filmed. I think I'm going to call that the name of this video, to be honest. It's quite a good one. It was Robin Williams, the late great Robin Williams, in one of his shows. He actually mentioned about how he told an audience member to basically, why are you filming? I think the audience member said she wanted to remember the gig, and he said, do it the old-fashioned way, remember. And it's quite weird. When Edge fell off the stage and that went viral, but that was hilarious. But you two are a bit rubbish. I'm not too keen on them. But his name was Edge. He fell off the edge. That was filmed. That was funny at one of his gigs, or one of their gigs, I should say. And that went viral, yeah. But I don't know, it's sort of different. It's a rock gig, different. But you've got to think of it. If you've got one of these tablets or mobile phones, that's the tablet I just use for day-to-day stuff is 6 inches, and you can get bigger, massive 9-inch screens, I believe you can get now. If you're in a dark room doing a performance and you're filming it off one of these, you've got the light coming from the screen while you're recording, and that's, if you're in a dark area for certain things like that, it's really going to annoy everyone else around you.
Wow, look at him, he's filming it, oh, she turned that lights off, it's annoying.
I can see how that would be distracting, and I think it really is a good idea for whoever it was, sort of gave the green light for Benedict Cumberbatch to sort of go in front of the public and to say, please don't film it, it's distracting as an actor and for the other actors, etc. And I completely understand that. But there's been a lot of whinging. I've read a lot of whinging in national newspapers. But basically, I say it like this: if something was preventing you from accomplishing your job, if something was distracting you, or something was stopping you from completing your day-to-day tasks at your work, wouldn't you want to try and do something to prevent that and to stop it from happening again? I can't see a problem with that. And obviously you got to, it's just mutual respect, because you go in there to see a play. And things like the lights flashing and things like that, and you got to remember, if you're going to see a live play and there's someone there who's messing the performance up, not only are you going to distract the actors and things like that, you got to think about all the people in that audience, in the theatres, etc., who have paid good money to go and see these shows as well. They're going to be annoyed as well. So it can be a little bit distracting, that little red light blink that he was mentioned.
That fame that all hunts after in our lives, the registered upon our blazing dooms, and when grace us in the disgrace of death, when spite of the... Oh, come on, someone's going to have to do something about that. Look, Yow can't film this. Alright, turn that camera off now, we won't carry on.
Yeah, I can only apologise about my attempts at trying to do a bit of Shakespearean acting work. But again, I was just trying to prove the point how it can be distracting to do those sort of things. But with all this, where they're trying to crack down on people recorded in theatres now, is it got something to do with trying to stop a bit of piracy going on? Because if you remember years ago, everywhere. So, oh, do you want this on DVD? Do you want this? I got this. You know, the bloke coming round with the pubs, and he had, you name it, X-Men 2 on a pirate DVD, etc. It could be the same thing where the guy just went into the movie theatre, or the pictures, as it's known as around here, the pictures, with a video camera, just recording the film. Same thing. Maybe they're trying to crack down on that. It's their work. They're obviously trying to make a living out of it, and they're doing quite well. But yeah. But you got to remember, pirate videos are everywhere. I've got a small thing here, and I'd just like to point out before the FBI come after me, these are legal. It's a joke. A pirate DVD, Pirates of the Caribbean. Look, and if you don't believe me, there's a little hologram thing on the back. But while we're going on the subject of pirate DVDs and Blu-rays, look at that, Captain Phillips. That's got Somalian pirates. Peter Pan on Blu-ray, again, got pirates in. Hook, mentioned Robin Williams earlier on, that's got pirates in. And the Dead Man's Chest, Pirates of the Caribbean, again, all bought legally at shops and on internet things. They're not dodgy copies. It's a joke if the FBI are watching. Pirate DVDs. But the point is, they're everywhere. I've got the other two Pirates of the Caribbean films. I just didn't think they were worthy of putting them in the joke. But yeah, maybe they're just trying to crack down on that. So what do you think? It comes to the point in every sort of YouTube video like this where me or whoever gets you to put the comments on and to share them, start an argument, etc., and ask you to subscribe, blah blah blah. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm not forcing you to. But, you know, if you like and share your opinions, I'll be grateful for that, because I do actually enjoy reading them. So, after that thought, ta-ra a bit.